Hello everyone and welcome back to This is the Review, my weekly Mandalorian recap and review series. Today we'll be discussing the Season 2 finale, Chapter 16, The Rescue. We made it to the end, folks, of another wonderful season of The Mandalorian, and wow, what a way to end this story for now. We will break down this monumental finale and what is coming next with The Mandalorian Season 3 and the book of Boba Fett. But first, as always, I would like to thank this week's sponsor, Mando Armor. That's a cool name. They are an independent business where they make and sell one-of-a-kind custom suits of steel Mandalorian armor. Check out all these great suits they've already made. Follow them on Instagram at Mando Armor and check out their Etsy shop and buy yourself some awesome one-of-a-kind armor. I know I will definitely want to get some for myself soon. I'll provide a link for you guys to their Etsy shop. Alright, let's discuss the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. So we open on the Slave One attacking a Lambda-class shuttle, which we see is transporting Dr. Pershing. The Slave One fires on the shuttle with an ion cannon which disables the entire ship. They are then boarded, and Mando asks Pershing if the child is still alive. The Imperial pilot quickly grabs Pershing hostage and threatens Mando and Cara. The Imp then proceeds to taunt Cara about Alderaan, which ends with the Imp getting a face full of blaster. Now this scene was pretty awesome, really shows us after all these years, the destruction of Alderaan still is an extremely sensitive subject for Cara. Plus, we see how the Imperial loyalists view its destruction as ridding the galaxy of terrorists, which from a certain point of view, the rebels could be considered terrorists. They take the shuttle and fly off to find Bo-Katan in order to help with their rescue mission. After some back and forth banter between Fett and Casca and Katan, where Bo calls him a clone, which is true, Bo-Katan finally is persuaded to join the mission just so she can defeat Moff Gideon and reclaim the Darksaber, so she can rule Mandalore. Plus, she makes Din promise he would reconsider joining her efforts afterwards. Dr. Pershing informs the gang of the layout of Gideon's light cruiser, where the child is located and where the Dark Troopers are being stored in relation to Grogu's cell. We also discover that the Dark Troopers are already Phase 3 variants, full droids, just like in Legends. Bo-Katan comes up with a plan of attack where the ladies all will lead the charge on board the cruiser, while Din sneaks behind alone to find Grogu. We then see them start their rescue mission. The Slave One opens fire on the shuttle, pretending to attack them, while Bo-Katan signals the cruiser with a distress call, asking for permission to land. Moff Gideon definitely must have recognized her voice here, right? Right. Anyways, they make it on board and start shooting the place up. The ladies make their way onto the command bridge, while Din sneaks around heading to find Grogu. On his way there, the Dark Troopers are fully charged and ready to deploy. Din tries to close the door, blocking their way out, but one of them makes it through with some heavy Terminator vibes. The trooper tosses Mando around like a toy. The whole time Din is trying to find out what its weakness is. Finally, after exhausting much of his efforts, Din jabs his Beskar spear into the neck of the trooper, disabling the droid. Then he shoots the rest of the troopers out of the airlock, seemingly getting rid of them. He continues to Grogu's cell, and we find Moff Gideon waiting for him, being menacing as always. The two of them have an amazing fight, and Din is able to defeat Gideon, and he takes him and the child to the command bridge. The rescue is seemingly a success, right? Well, Gideon is defeated and now held prisoner by the team, and the Darksaber has been taken back by Bo-Katan. Or is it? Since Din was the one who defeated Gideon, the Darksaber now belongs to Din Djarin, making him the rightful ruler of Mandalore. In order for Bo-Katan to take the saber, she must defeat Mando in combat. Gideon teases them with this revelation, but before they can figure out what to do with this, the cruiser is being boarded by, that's right, the Dark Troopers. Remember they fly? An entire full legion of Dark Troopers make their way into the cruiser and onto the bridge, ready to kill our heroes and save Gideon and once again take Grogu. As the troopers are attempting to break through the doors, our heroes are ready to do whatever they can to stop the unstoppable threat that is the Dark Troopers. Suddenly, one lone X-Wing arrives. Who could it be? Grogu props up a little as the Jedi who he reached out to on Tython has arrived to save the day. But who is it? Well, hardcore Star Wars fans know immediately from that X-Wing and that black cloak and green lightsaber that this is indeed, no question, Luke Skywalker. Luke effortlessly slashes his way past every dark trooper on his way to the bridge, truly following in his father's footsteps. Luke Skywalker makes it to the bridge and reveals himself. He is here to take Grogu to begin his Jedi training. However, Grogu won't leave, not without Mando's permission. In a very emotional scene, Din Djarin removes his helmet, finally allowing Grogu to see his face for the first time. Once again, another payoff that's been building this entire season. And then, as you needed some more tears on your face, R2-D2 shows up and Luke takes Grogu away. And that's how we end The Mandalorian Season 2. However, if you stayed through the credits, we get treated with another scene. We see Boba Fett taking over Jabba's palace, killing Bib Fortuna, presumably taking over as a crime lord on Tatooine. Then we get the reveal of The Book of Boba Fett, coming December 2021. Oh my goodness, what an extremely eventful finale. Out of all the big reveals this season, this one, Luke Skywalker, had to be the most shocking, and I am so happy this was not leaked prior. Unlike literally all the other characters' reveals like Cobb Vanth, Ahsoka, and Boba Fett, we knew each of them would appear this season due to them being leaked months before the season even started. But Luke Skywalker and R2-D2's appearance, as far as I know, were not leaked. And it was amazing to finally get a surprise appearance. Can you imagine how watching this season would have been if absolutely nothing was leaked before, and all of the characters that we've seen up until this point was a complete surprise? I think most of us would have died of heart attacks. I nearly had breathing problems after the overwhelming excitement that overcame me as I watched Luke Skywalker hack down Dark Troopers. A childhood fantasy of millions come to life, and Luke was played in part by Mark Hamill. Hamill portrayed the voice of Luke with some digital voice alterations to make him sound younger, while the body of Luke was portrayed by an actor named Max Lloyd. And they used the same digital face effect as Tarkin and Leia in Rogue One, and Luke and Leia in The Rise of Skywalker. Truly an unreal cameo appearance. This whole episode was outstanding Star Wars fun. Honestly, this could have acted as a series finale to The Mandalorian, though we know that Grogu won't be absent from the show too long moving forward. As we know, Grogu is essentially the mascot of this show, and the main selling point for hundreds of people who watch this show, but aren't fully Star Wars fans. Plus, Luke's Jedi school doesn't last for too long. As we know, once he takes Ben Solo to be his apprentice, that ends with a total destruction of his school and the deaths of all of his students. So I predict Grogu may return to The Mandalorian eventually. However, next season will be interesting to see how Din continues on without Grogu, but knowing that he is safe and that he completed his quest. And now, he has a new one, being the technical rightful ruler of Mandalore. Will he choose to keep the Darksaber, or will he give it up to Bo-Katan? Though Grogu might be gone for now, we still have lots of very interesting stories to unravel with Din Djarin moving forward. Also, we get lots of story moving forward with Boba Fett to explore as well, with the Book of Boba Fett coming next year at the same time as Mandalorian Season 3. Plus, now there's talks of a potential Luke Skywalker spin-off series. If that's true, then for sure we will continue Grogu's story on there. And maybe he won't ever return to The Mandalorian. Whatever happens, the future is bright. And judging by how phenomenal all 16 chapters of The Mandalorian has been so far, I'm excited to see not only the next season, but the entire slate of upcoming shows. The future of Star Wars is brighter than it's ever been. And with that, I close off. This is the review for this season of The Mandalorian. But fear not, this is the review will return next season of The Mandalorian, and for every Star Wars content coming on Disney+. As well, I will be doing a live stream next week on Instagram, going over the entire Season 2 and discussing my thoughts on it. And we will also discuss your thoughts too. So make sure to join me next week for the final This is the Review for Mandalorian Season 2. live on Instagram. More details will be shared soon. As always, make sure to join the Facebook group where we are building a community of Star Wars fans. Once we reach 500 members, we will do a Baby Grogu yarn doll giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.